Hi everybody, my name is Rachel and on my channel I talk about reading and writing. Today we're gonna do a little writing vlog, focusing more on revising. And so I did a vlog with a similar kind of vibe, I guess. It's not really that similar. In 2023, so if you saw that, cool. If not, cool, doesn't matter. But basically what I did there is I was also revising a science fiction book. Today, in today's video, I'm revising a science fiction book, and they are two different projects that are within the same cycle. So they're not a series. I mean, they kind of are, but you don't have to read each one in order. You don't have to read each one at all, and you could start in the middle, you could start at the end. It doesn't matter. You're going to get it. It's still set in the same world, but you don't need to know everything sequentially. So to make things simple, I don't know, sometimes I find it like a little bit corny when people in their writing vlogs are talking about their works in progress, and they give it like a vague project title because you don't want to announce your title. So you give it a vague project title, and that can be like it's kind of cheesy, but at the same time, it's going to be so much easier if I just do that. So the one that I was revising in 2023, we're going to call that one Project Dark, and then this one we're going to call Project Snow. So in today's video, I'm revising Project Snow. Project Dark is sequentially earlier in the cycle, and for some reason she keeps manifesting as shorter than average, and this is something that I keep wanting to go back to, even again after a major round of revisions, because that book is only like 60,000 words. And its sequel, so something later in the cycle, is like 119,000 words. So I don't know. So yeah, I'm working with Project Snow for this vlog anyway, one thing at a time, right? So Project Snow, 119,000 words. And I did have a beta reader take a look at like the first 25-ish%. Gave me excellent detailed feedback, and I honestly can't wait to go back and dive in and take a look. Editing does tend to intimidate me though, because I think it takes more brain power and more like stress from me compared to just writing something the first time and creating something just right off the bat. So in the polishing stage, there's a whole variety of things that I need to get accomplished. I printed off my list, and it kind of ranges from things to like making my main characters a little less likable because I am trying a little too hard in some moments. Doing things like that, and then making my writing dazzle a little more in some spots. Trusting my reader more, and not really forcing my world building quite so much. So yeah, need to do a whole host of things. And what's nice is, even though I got like really detailed feedback for only like the first 25%, once you have the feedback for that, you can kind of apply the same logic of the changes that you're making for the chapters that were read by somebody to the rest of the book. So it's going to be fine. So hopefully somebody gets something out of this, and if you're writing something, let's be productive together. Here we go. Writing and editing is never complete if Oreo doesn't jump on me and demand to be held. She baby, I love her. Jeez. Can you hear the Beyonce in the background? I feel like you probably can't, but listen, I'm a heavy metal girly, but I do love Beyonce's Lemonade album, and it's been a minute, so I'm listening to that. It has occurred to me that I cannot, in good conscience, or even comfortably do my edits when my house looks like this. And here's the thing. I have the summer off. My husband is working like so much overtime. It's really coming down to mostly me. I think it was like literally my last vlog. I had just done a lot of organizing to my like second bedroom because it was kind of a storage unit for everything else. So A lot of that went into the basement, but then I had to get my basement waterproofed. Oops. So then I had to bring all that stuff back upstairs. And then we got a new cat. And then she was like, to separate her from my OG cat for a little bit until they got socialized, the second bedroom was kind of her room. Then Bilal and I decided to swap the office in the living room. Everything is kind of in disarray. My closets are like not organized enough. I don't have a lot of closet space, so I really need to like maximize the potential there. So yeah, I'm gonna clean my house today. I had to take a break with some 7-Up because my tummy hurts. Sunny seemed to agree that a break was in order. So, am I sweating? Ew. 7-Up is indeed my white trash tummy ache remedy. So, I had that. I feel better. It's too expensive to DoorDash. It's not even worth it because I live in such a small city and it's so easy to get to everything. But I just cannot. I am cleaning right now, y'all. I'm not leaving the house. I'll DoorDash some Subway. So far, what have I done? I've cleaned the fridge. And I have put all the dishes that can be put in the dishwasher into the dishwasher. I'm going to start the dishwasher. It's not even much of a full load, but I'm just like over it. So they're getting washed. And then everything else I have to hand wash. I need to decide. I think that there's a couple of my nonstick pans I need to throw away because they're all scratched up. And so I'm probably eating forever chemicals and tasting forever chemicals and smelling them and stuff. So I should probably throw those out. And then I don't have to clean them. And then I think once I'm done with that, I think my next project is my office. Well, no, it was the office. Now this is the office. My living room closet. It's a mess. I would like to think that I'm in the final stretch of the dish pile up. Honestly, the dish pile up wasn't that bad. It's just I hate doing dishes. So, I just feel like I do everything in my pajamas when it comes to writing because it's either first thing in the morning, which is increasingly what's going on, or at night. And I'm in my pajamas. I'm comfy. I am weekending, even though it's literally Monday, but that's what I'm wearing. Basically, I'm going through these chapters with a fine-tooth comb at this point. And it's very slow. I low-key hate editing. It does feel really good, though, to get things cleaned up, right? Like, even though I do feel like it's like I'm rearranging a glass castle, I feel like more often than not, despite the fragility of everything, I'm making it sturdier, which is what editing I feel like is supposed to feel like. So that's good. As far as cleaning, I should have probably filmed more of that. If you like if you're the type of viewer where you like watching people, accomplish things around the house. But what I did was, obviously I had to clean my kitchen. And then I had to, which I didn't show you the worst of it. I showed you when it was like almost done. So it was not great. I rearranged every single closet in this house. I only have 3 closets across the house. They're all in like the bedrooms, except one of the bedrooms. It used to be the office. Now it's the living room. That's all I have. I have that in the basement in their small closets because this house was built in like 1956. I rearranged everything to make things, I don't know, to use the space more wisely, because if I have so few closets and so few closets, like just a small amount of closet space, I need to maximize how I'm using it, right? So I did do that. But like, that's boring to watch, I feel like. I don't know. I need to figure out how to things like that. And honestly, I haven't even brushed my hair. Oops. Whatever. So what I've done here is I have just written out all the chapter numbers and I mark them off as I go, as I complete editing. And this is going to change a little bit, like the number of chapters, like eventually I'm going to start crossing off starting at 71 and moving on back because I know some of these middle chapters are going to go bye-bye. The way that this particular science fiction book is structured, unlike my other one, is we start off on Earth, that's part 1. Part 2, we're in space. Part 3, we're on a different planet. I feel like we're on Earth too long now. And the thing is, my friend that was beta reading the first section, he was like, we're on Earth longer than I thought, but like, we kind of need that in a way because it endears us to Earth, so we feel that emotional impact of leaving with the characters. And I'm like, okay, cool. But now, like, I don't know, I'm in the first 10 chapters. I've done a lot of editing. Oh, hi, Oreo. And I just feel like, she's typing on the keyboard. I just feel like, maybe even just 1 or 2 chapters could be condensed. Well, it's gonna have to be 2 because it's dually narrated, so I don't know. One thing I am gonna do for the sake of a synopsis and strengthening it better, because I have synopses, but just to kind of revisit, I'm gonna write down a quick 1-sentence summary of each chapter as I go. Since I am spending all this time rereading it, I might as well. Oreo is demanding constant attention. If you are curious as to what she typed into my desktop, she says 0 with lots and lots of dots. Okay, so I'm a little torn because on the one hand, writing out the purpose and the main parts of each chapter. Do I need all of them? Yeah, I think I do. Because I need to endear the readers not only to Earth, but to these complex relationships that these women are eventually going to be leaving behind and how that's going to impact them going forward. So we need it. I just feel like I'm losing energy in it somewhere. One of my creative writing professors said that. You have to figure out where the piece loses energy. We're losing energy in some places, and so I think I just need to feel like I can keep the number of chapters that I have so far, keep their main purpose. I need to spice them up somehow. Maybe someone should die. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'll see what I can do. So even though I'm technically checked off the first 10 chapters, now that I've looked at that first 10 in a batch, even though they're like done, they're not. I'm going back still and I'm throwing some things in that I now know I need now that I've taken in the whole section. So, an update, I did not kill anybody in the first 10 chapters of my book. What I did do though is I feel like there was just opportunities, like so far, I'm hinting at these issues in the relationships that my characters are having with each other. So what I did was I amped up the conflicts that were already existing a little bit more. And I used a lot of the feedback that I've gotten for just in general what conflicts to amp up. I'm starting that pretty early in because I feel like it makes it for a much more engaging read amid my like world building, establishing relationships, and you know, starting within the exposition to get the plot moving. I'm now getting those interpersonal relationships moving as well. So yeah. Today, I'm wearing something very cool because it is freaking hot outside. It's not even that hot yet, but it's like 9 and it's hot, right? So it's hot. And then, it was so humid that all my windows were steamed up this morning. And, yeah. Also, I don't know if you see this. Yeah. So, see this on my face? I woke up like this. I think it's pinched. Because if you look, because I'm a hardcore face sleeper. See? It follows that. I slept like this. I think cameras are too good nowadays. Look at this. You can see my pores. You can see my little half invisible eyebrow hairs that are like trying to form a unibrow. Oh. I shouldn't post this, but it's kind of funny. It's supposed to get almost to 100 degrees. Again. Love that for me. Air conditioning struggling to keep up. And it's very humid. So not just 100 degrees, but 100 degrees and very, very humid. Heat index is like 110. So yeah. So basically, here's what's going on with edits. Theoretically, I should be doing editing 2 chapters a day. I'm not, because I'm agonizing over the first 10. Because this is like what people first read, right? So like this is what really needs to grab people. So I just keep second guessing every single thing I'm doing within these 10 chapters. And I know that there's so many logical reasons why I need these things. And even like my friend that read it was like, we're spending more time on Earth, but we definitely as readers need to be endeared to Earth kind of in the same way that the characters are. So like it makes so much sense. So I've just, like I said before, just been adding that tension and stuff like that, but I just keep looking back and rereading a bunch. So what I'm going to do, I think I need to just move on into the rest of the book and continue my editing. And if I do one last copy edit through the entire thing, I'll have that opportunity to agonize one more time. Because even though I'll be doing copy editing, obviously, if I feel the need to developmental edit a little bit as I go, I can. So, yeah. And that's where I'm going to end the vlog. So, agonizing over the first 10 chapters. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle, and I will see you next time. Bye!